Okay, everybody, this is your transformation process for Missing Link Sunstreaker. Just a reminder, it is only the transformation process and the review has been separately uploaded. Also, this is a little bit more complicated than what I was definitely expecting and took me way longer than I thought it would. So that's exactly why I'm going to do this video, because there's a few little pointers and helpful tips that hopefully you will use for yourself if you get this. So let's start off with very simply by just disconnecting this at the back there, and then what you can do is you can use this to bring out the arm. So this is still very simple, similar to the generation 1. We're just going to fold them out of there, and then what we're going to do, we're going to separate the windshield. Now I had a bit of difficulty with this, but that's probably just due to the fact I've got no nails, and once we've lifted that up, we've pretty much got the top half ready to move around. So let's get the bottom half separated, well, not separated, finished, shall we say. Let's slide that there. What I'd suggest is holding onto this top bit really securely, sliding down what we now know are going to be the legs, separating where they are at the feet. Again, these have got giant tabs, so be careful as you do it. Ratchets are now going to make a noise. Once we've moved the heel sprue out of this, you can bring this down, and that is, as I say, your heel. So just quickly disconnect that little thing there from the tab, bring this all the way up and out. There you go, you can hear it, you can see it was tabbed in via this tiny little notch there. That's your legs, and this is where it gets difficult, fiddly, I'm not too sure what to say. So some of it is the same as the original, but what we've got here is extra ports, extra tabs. So we're going to lift this all the way up. Now you're going to need to see this, because as I say, this had me stumped for ages. I was trying to get that into there, which is what you do need to do. As you bring this over, you need that to fit into there. But what the best way to do it is to bring this down, push that down, and then you're going to hold this extra hinge there. If you go all the way there, it will not go in. So what you need to do is you need to bend, keep this coming at the back. You need to fold this part on this hinge here. It's not moving by itself. I need to bend this. There we go. Collapse that there. Hold on to that part, and then it should slot and fit in. Please be aware of doing that. If you try and force it in, you'll just end up breaking it, and it really is rather tricky, to be honest. So you need that to fold over on itself, which you can see in there. We can now bring these up. Now you can, if you want to, if you watch the review, you can go old school. Let's fold this up, and that will clip in either side there now as well, just to cover up some of the back. You can go old school and attach fists in the bottom if you wanted to, but of course with this, the clever thing is, especially there's no firing mechanism, there is the fold out fists there. So you can see, you can open that up and bring this down. So hopefully that's helped you out. Be aware, as I say, that you need to separate all these little tabs on the feet and get the double hinge to fold over at the back. There you go, guys. Hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching. Take care.